Good morning students. In last class we have solved exercise 3.1. Okay. Based on the basic definitions and term related to that we have solved exercise 3.1. In today's class we are going to see parallel lines and the transversal. Okay. You know what are the parallel lines. First we will see what are these transversal. What is the meaning of transversal? Transversal means a line which intersects two or more lines at distinct points is called a transversal. A line which intersects two or more lines at a distinct point is called a transversal. See here, if I take two lines, here these are the two lines. Okay, I will call this line by name M. M is a line and N is a line here. Okay. I am telling that here line L is a transversal. Here line L is a transversal. So what is this transversal? This line is intersecting a line which intersect, okay, this line M at point P. Okay, and the same line L intersect the line N at Q. It is intersect at two distinct points. Yes or no? This line L intersect line M at point P. The same line L intersect line N at Q. Yes? Therefore, this line L is called a transversal. Then what is the meaning of transversal? A line which intersect two or more lines at a distinct point, at different points. Okay, that line is called a transversal. So when we come to know the meaning of transversal, we will see the next is angles made by a transversal. Say in earlier classes you have learned these all. Okay, just we will revise whatever we have learned. Now see here I will take two lines. Okay, AB is a line and CD is a line. Here EF is a transversal. This EF intersect line AB at point P. The same line EF intersect CD at point Q. Yes? The line EF is a, what is EF is a? Transversal. It intersect line AB and CD. Now see here, we know what is the meaning of transversal. Now we are reading what are the angles made by a transversal. Okay. See here, it means the line EF. It means here line EF intersect AB at point P. So when this line EF intersect AB at point P, it forms four angles. It will going to form 4 angles. How many angles? 4 angles. So it forms 4 angles. Namely, which are the angles here? 4 angles. Angle EPB. Angle EPB. Okay, again BPF. Angle BPF. Okay, here 2 angles. One more angle is here. Angle APF. Angle APF. And angle EPA. EPA. Here we got 4 angles. Okay, this line EF intersect AB at point P. We are going to form 4 angles. Which are those? EPB. Okay, afterwards angle BPF. Afterwards angle APF. And one more angle is angle APE. 4 angles we got here. Now again see here, it intersect means here line EF, it intersect CD, line CD at point Q and forms 4 angles. 4 angles. Namely, again here we are getting 4 angles. Yes or no? See here 4 angles we are getting. Say which are those? Angle EQD, angle EQD, angle DQF, angle DQF, angle CQF, angle CQF, and angle EQC. Now see here, if a transversal intersect 2 lines, how many angles we are getting, students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 angles we are getting. Yes? If a transversal intersect 2 lines AB and CD, we are getting 8 angles. Okay? See here, we will label these angles by the numerals. Okay? Angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Now, some of the angles, some of the pair of these angles, okay, have a specific names. Here, whatever the pair of angles are there, we have a specific names here. Now see here, we will write some of the pairs, some of the pairs among these angles have specific names. So some of the pairs among these angles have specific name. See, first we will see what is exterior angle. Exterior angles. Here angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, angle 8 are called exterior angles. Exterior means somewhat outside, right? Here angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, angle 8 are called exterior angles. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8 are exterior angles. Now we will see what are interior angles. Tell me which are the interior angles among these. Angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6 are called interior angles. Angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6 are interior angles. This is very, very important. You have to pay a lot of attention here. Okay. Here some of the pairs among these angles have a specific names, right? Here angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, angle 8 are called exterior angles. Angle 4, angle 3, angle 6, angle 5 are called interior angles. So third one we will see corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Now see here, the pairs angle 1, angle 5, angle 1, angle 5, okay, angle 1, angle 5, angle 2, angle 6, angle 2, angle 6, angle 4, angle 8, angle 4, angle 8, angle 3, angle 7, angle 3, angle 7 are corresponding angles. Are corresponding angles. Okay, see here. Once more I will tell you which are the corresponding angles we are given. I told you, no, for some pairs we have given a specific names. What are those? We come to know what are interior angle, exterior angle. Pay attention in corresponding angles. Here angle 1, angle 5. Okay, one exterior, one interior. We are going to make a corresponding angles. Okay, don't take however you want. Angle 1, angle 4 is not a corresponding angle, right? See here, angle 1, angle 5. Okay, the pair angle 2, angle 6, angle 4, angle 8, angle 3, angle 7 are corresponding angles. Now we will see what are interior angles. The next is interior angles. The pairs angle 4, angle 6. Okay, this is alternate angles. The fourth one is alternate angles. Now we will see what are these alternate angles. Now see here, in alternate angles we have two types. One is alternate interior angle and one more is alternate exterior angle. Now see here, the pairs angle 4, angle 6, angle 4, angle 6, angle 3, angle 5, angle 3, angle 5 are alternate interior angles. Okay, once more I will tell. The pairs angle 4, angle 6, angle 3, angle 5. These are alternate, no? Alternate. Why interior? Because these are interior angles. That's why the name is alternate interior angles. The pair angle 4, angle 6 and angle 3, angle 5 are alternate interior angles. Now what are the alternate exterior angle will be? The pairs angle 1, angle 7, angle 1, angle 7, angle 2, angle 8 are alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior angles. Once more we will repeat here. Alternate angle. Here in alternate angle we have alternate interior angle and one more is alternate exterior angle. Okay. Which are the alternate interior angle? Angle 4, angle 6 and angle 3, angle 5 are alternate interior angle. Alternate exterior means angle 1, angle 7, angle 2, angle 8 are alternate exterior angle. So next we will see what are co-interior angle. Co-interior angles. Say co-interior, something it is representing co-interior angle. Co means same side. The angles which are on the same side, the interior angles which are on the same side of the transversal. I will write what is co-interior angle means the angles, or we can write the interior angles, which are on the same side of the transversal is called a co-interior angles. Okay. Now see here, one more name is conjugative interior angles, or we can tell or allied angles. All are same. What is co-interior angle? The interior angles on the same side of the transversal are called co-interior angle, or we can tell conjugative interior angle, or one more name is allied angle. Say how you have two names, right? Say you have nickname in your home like Sonu, right? Gundu. You have a nickname, no? Like that only here so many names are there. For co-interior angles we have consecutive interior angles or allied angles, all are same. Now see in the figure which are co-interior angles. See here, the pair angle 4. See, angle 4 and angle 5 on the same side of the transversal, no? Angle 4, angle 5 and angle 3, angle 6 are which angle? Co-interior angles. Now see, students, we have started from exterior angles, right? Here which are the exterior angle? Angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, angle 8 are called exterior angles. Which are the interior angles? Angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6 are called interior angles. Next is corresponding angles. Which are the corresponding angles here? Angle 1, angle 5, angle 2, angle 6, angle 4, angle 8, angle 3, angle 7 are corresponding angles. The next is alternate angles. In alternate angle we have alternate interior angle, alternate exterior angle. Alternate interior angles are angle 4, angle 6, angle 3, angle 5. These are alternate interior angle. Alternate exterior angles are angle 1, angle 7, angle 2, angle 8 are alternate exterior angle. Now see here, usually for alternate interior angles we will write as alternate angles. Okay, it is a common practice for alternate interior angles, just we will write alternate angles. If we write alternate angles, you have to understand that it is alternate interior angles. For alternate exterior angles, we write as alternate exterior angle only. Okay. Next is co-interior angles. Co-interior angles. For co-interior angles, so many different names are there. Consecutive interior angles or allied angles. 3 are C. What is this co-interior angles? The interior angles. These are the interior angles which are on the same side of the transversal is called co-interior angles. Here angle 4, angle 5 is one co-interior angle and angle 3, angle 6 are co-interior angles. Okay. See here, this is about the angles made by a transversal. Now see here, students, we come to know that what is a transversal and what are the angles made by a transversal. See, our study is about parallel lines and a transversal. Say what I done, I just drawn two lines and I drawn one line as a transversal. See here, but our study is about parallel lines and a transversal. See here, these two are parallel lines and here PS is a transversal. Now you know what are the names of the angles, right, which are going to form. We have specific names, just we have learned. Now we will find out the relation, okay, relation between the angles in these pair. Okay, we will find out the relation between the angles in these pair when line AB is parallel to line CD and PS is a transversal. Once again I will repeat, what we are doing now means we are going to find the relation between the angles among these pair. Okay, when line AB is parallel to line CD, here we took two parallel lines and here PS is a transversal. Okay. Now see here, you just draw two lines in your book. Okay, just draw two parallel lines. Okay, think it as AB and CD. You drawn two parallel lines and draw PS as a transversal. Okay, If you draw PS as a transversal, you are getting here 4 angle plus 4 angle, 8 angles you are going to get. See here, when you are going to draw like this, you take your protractor and measure here angle 1 and angle 5, okay, angle 1 and angle 5, angle 2 and angle 6, okay, similarly angle 4 and angle 8, angle 3 and angle 7. If you measure, these are nothing but corresponding angles, no? Angle 1, angle 5, angle 2, angle 6, angle 4, angle 8, angle 3, angle 7 are corresponding angles. Okay. If you measure that, the angles will going to be equal. Okay. The first axiom is, if a line or you can write, if a transversal is drawn so now we will see the axiom. Say if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal. See here, if you draw two parallel lines and if you draw one transversal, here angle 1, angle 5, angle 2, angle 6 are equal. Whatever the angle 1 is there, the same angle 5 will be there. Here whatever the angle 2 is there, the same measure will be there for angle 6. Whatever the angle is there for angle 4, the same angle will be there for angle 8. Whatever the angle is there for angle 3, the same angle will be there for angle 7. So what I want to tell you is, angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Angle 2 is equal to angle 6. Angle 4 is equal to angle 8. Angle 3 is equal to angle 7. Okay. If you draw like this, these angles will going to be equal. The axiom tells us that if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal. Okay. This is referred as corresponding angle axiom. Okay, this is referred as corresponding angle axiom. See, axiom means this is a truth statement we have to obey, which do not have a proof. We don't have a proof for axioms. See here, we are going to accept it. Okay. Now see here, one more axiom. See here, if you draw two lines, okay, if you draw two lines, okay, if you draw two lines, and if you draw a transversal, means here PS is a transversal, the two lines are AB and CD. Okay, this line PS intersect AB at point Q and this line PS intersects CD at R. Okay, here we are going to form 4 angles and here 4 angles. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, angle 8. Okay, if you draw 2 lines, okay, if you draw 2 lines and if I draw a transversal, if angle 1 is equal to angle 5, okay, if angle 1 is equal to angle 5, angle 2 is equal to angle 6, angle 4 is equal to angle 8, angle 3 is equal to angle 7. Okay, if I got like this means what we can tell means here line AB is parallel to line CD. This is just the converse opposite of this corresponding angle axiom. What is that? If a transversal intersect 2 lines, okay, if a transversal intersect 2 lines such that the corresponding angles are equal, then lines are parallel, then the 2 lines are parallel. So this is nothing but the converse of corresponding angle axiom. What is that? See, axiom number 2, if a transversal intersect 2 lines, okay, such that the pair of corresponding angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. Okay, if a transversal intersect 2 lines such that the pair of corresponding angles are equal, then the 2 lines are parallel to each other. So these axioms are very, very important. Okay, the first axiom, what we will tell? If a transversal intersect 2 parallel lines, then the corresponding angles are equal. This is the first axiom. This is referred as corresponding angle axiom. The second axiom tells us that if a transversal intersect 2 lines such that if the pair of corresponding angles are equal, then the 2 lines are parallel. So now we are going to prove one theorem. See a theorem. If a transversal intersect 2 parallel lines, then the pair of alternate interior angles are equal. See, the theorem tells us that if a transversal intersect 2 parallel lines, then the pair of alternate interior angles are equal. So now we will see the proof for this. So before going for proof, whatever they are given, we will draw a figure. If a transversal intersect 2 parallel lines, Okay, here PS is the transversal for line AB and CD. A line PS intersect AB at Q and PS intersect line CD at R. See here. So what they given? Given a transversal PS intersect two parallel lines AB and CD at points Q and R. This much we know. So what we have to prove here? What we have to prove here? We have to prove here which are the alternate interior angles here. Angle BQR. Angle BQR is equal to angle BQR is equal to angle QRC. And second one, angle AQR, right? Angle AQR is equal to angle QRD. This we have to prove here. Angle QRD. Okay. See a proof. Now see here, when two lines are parallel, what is the corresponding axiom? Tells us that corresponding angle axiom. If two lines, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then the corresponding angles, each pair of corresponding angles are equal. Yes or no? Here they are given these two lines are parallel. If two lines are parallel means what? If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal. We can write here angle AQP is equal to angle AQP is equal to angle QRC. Angle QRC. Yes or no? See, this and this are corresponding angles, no? Yes or no? Yeah. What is the reason here? Corresponding angles. Now you know that if two lines intersect at a point, okay, then the angle formed at the point of intersection are vertically opposite angle. Yes or no? Here these are vertically opposite angle and here these two are vertically opposite angle. We also learned that the vertically opposite angles are equal. Now see here angle AQP, angle, see here one line is there and this is one line. These two lines are intersecting at point Q. Yes or no? Angle AQP is equal to angle. Now see, I will draw and show you. Okay, now see here two lines are intersecting at point Q. Means what we can tell? These are vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angles are what? Vertically opposite angles are equal. That is angle AQP is equal to angle BQR. S. Now we got corresponding angles. Now see here, we know that when two lines intersect at a point, then the angles formed at the point of intersection are equal. Yes or no? Which angles we are going to call this as? Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Now see here, can I write here angle P? Here this line and this line are intersecting at point Q. Angle PQA, angle or AQP is equal to angle BQR. See, BQR. This is nothing but vertically opposite angle. Okay. Say call this as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. Say from 1 and 2 what we can write? From 1 and 2 angle BQ, here LHS is same, we can equate the RHS. Angle BQR is equal to angle QRC. Now see here, we got alternate interior angles are equal. Yes or no? If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, students, this is very very important. If a transversal intersect not just a line, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then the pair of alternate interior angles are equal. Now we have proved the first one. In the similar way we will prove the second one, second pair. So similarly, second one we will prove now. Now see here, one pair we got now. Okay. Now when two lines are parallel, and when a transversal intersect two parallel lines, what we will tell? We will tell corresponding angles are equal. That is angle BQP, or you can write angle PQB. Angle PQB is equal to angle QRD. These are corresponding angles. Okay. Now see here, again what we have done there? We took vertically opposite angles, right? See here, angle PQB, angle PQB is equal to angle AQR. AQR. What is the reason? Vertically opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, this is equation number 1, equation number 2. So from 1 and 2 what we can write? From 1 and 2 angle QRD is equal to angle AQR, or we can write this implies angle AQR is equal to angle QRB. Okay, hence now student, don't get confused why I written these statements, because the two lines are parallel. If two lines are parallel, means definitely corresponding angles are equal. Otherwise you write here corresponding angle axiom. By corresponding angle axiom we have written this. Yes or no? If two lines are parallel, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal. From that we have written this. How we have written this? Here vertically opposite angles are equal. We knew that. From 1 and 2 we have proved the first one. Similarly we have written here by corresponding angle axiom we have written this. Here vertically opposite angles are equal. From 1 and 2 we got this statement, hence proved. Okay. What is the theorem was that? If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles are equal. Otherwise you can tell, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then alternate angles are equal. I told you that if I tell just alternate angles means it is nothing but alternate interior angle. Okay. So now we will see the converse of this theorem. Now students, now we will see the next theorem. If a transversal intersect two lines such that each pair of alternate interior angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel. Now see here students, what it is telling? If a transversal intersect two lines such that each pair of alternate interior angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel. It is just the opposite. What we have done just now, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles are equal. Here just the reverse. If a transversal intersect two lines such that each pair of alternate interior angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel. So we will see the proof for this. See here AB is a line and CD is a line. Here PS is a transversal which intersect AB at point Q and CD at point R. Okay. The given a transversal PS intersect two lines AB and CD at points Q and R, such that what they are given? They are given that each pair of alternate interior angles are equal, such that angle BQR is equal to angle angle QRC. I am taking a one pair. Okay. Now see here, to prove what we have to prove here. To prove AB is parallel to CD, this I have to prove. say proof, say given angle BQR is equal to angle QRC. Now say what they given, angle BQR is equal to angle QRC. Now see here, now just they are given here, if a transversal intersect two lines, okay, if a transversal intersect two lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal. We have seen the axiom, no? Axiom number 2, that is the converse of corresponding angle axiom. If a transversal intersect two lines, if a transversal intersect two lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are now see here, angle BQR is equal to angle QRC. We have written this. Now see here, angle BQR is equal to angle PQA. Angle PQA. What is the reason? Vertically opposite angles are what? Vertically opposite angles are equal. Yes or no? See here, this and this will going to form a vertically opposite angle. So this implies, see here, this is equation number 1, equation number 2. From 1 and 2 what we can tell? From 1 and 2, LHS is same, we can equate the RHS. This implies angle QRC is equal to angle PQA. What it is telling? QRC is equal to angle PQA. See, it is telling these two. Okay, I will show this by double. Okay. Now see, angle QRC. This angle and angle PQA. These two angles are equal, it is telling. If these two are equal, which angle these are, students? These are corresponding angles. If corresponding angles are equal, what we can tell? If a transversal, see here, if a transversal intersect, two lines such that each pair of corresponding angles are equal, then what, student? Then the two lines are parallel. That is, AB is parallel to CD. Yes or no? Here we got two corresponding angles are equal. If a transversal intersect two lines such that each pair of corresponding angles are equal, means definitely AB is parallel to CD. This is the axiom. Okay. See here, in today's class we have learned what is a transversal, what are the angles made by a transversal, and we have learned some of the relation between the angles. That is, we have learnt about two axioms and we have derived two theorems. In next class we will continue. Thank you.